Good morning, everybody. We're going to do a general reading today. I am outside. As you can see, I got a new board though, so that's kind of exciting. But I'm still outside, still living my best life. Let's go ahead and see what this reading is going to be about today. Strength, nurture, discovery. I'm going to get one more card and then we'll talk about the message. Right away, I'm seeing this is really going to be about you and gratitude. Yeah, I'm seeing this reading is going to be about you and your self discovery. There's something here about maybe you're going through something that has made you feel, I don't want to say bitter because I think that's the wrong word, but something that has made you have a bad taste in your mouth. This could have been with a person, this could be with your job, but there's something that you're going through that has challenged you specifically, and you need to really have that strength to get through it, right? And you're discovering new things about yourself. I just heard about your mind as well. So you're really trying to figure out what it is that you are going to do about this particular situation. And I'm getting another deck at the bottom of the deck. It says runner. It might be something that you're running from, something that you're not dealing with right now that you need to deal with. And that's part of just that loving yourself, right? Making sure that you're taking care of your mental health as well as your physical health. See what we got going on here. Blocked, psychopath, feminine energy, and stagnant. Yeah, I think this is a lot of what's going on, right? When we look at blocked, you could be a blocked energy. You could have actually blocked a person as well. With the psychopath card, it's one of those cards when it comes up, you're like, oh, that sounds so terrible. But I really try to focus more on the aspects. Right. So unpredictability, conniving, abusive. I'm thinking more about deception, and there could have been a scenario or a situation where you've had to deal with some deception. And I think that kind of goes along with the rest of the reading so far. Some type of deception came in that really challenged you, and you're really needing to have the strength to deal with it. But a part of you is just kind of running away from it as well. Like you don't really want to deal with it right now, but this feminine energy coming in is amazing. When I think about the feminine energy, I really think about that nurturing self, um, the nurturing self, the motherly type of aspects, that divine intervention within your soul. And so I really kind of see you moving more into that divine feminine energy with nurturing yourself. Being the stagnant, stuck, and frozen, I think that, when I talked about the running, I think that's kind of like another aspect of running, right? Sometimes when you run from something, you physically run from it, or you do other things to replace it. When you look at stagnant, it's another way of running as well, but you're just not doing anything. You're just sitting there, just not doing anything about the situation. And I think that, with what's going on, what you need to be doing is focusing on you, right? I think if you focus on you right now, this other situation is going to resolve itself just because there's really nothing else left in the situation. You're not giving it any energy. Therefore, it will eventually resolve itself. So let's go ahead and get some tarot. I'm going to use the Unfolding Path Tarot. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's a gorgeous deck. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? And I don't take reversals in this deck. So let's go ahead and just put this right here. The Tower. Judgment. Yeah, I mean, the thing just kind of goes along with what we've been seeing. You know, the tower. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, with the tower here, I definitely feel like you're going through some type of a tower moment in your life. This is something that you have experienced, I think, already. That's really kind of, bothered you, obviously. And with the tower coming out, I think it was a little bit more intense than I initially had portrayed. Feeling the tower energy come out, that's a really heavy energy and it coming out with judgment as well. There's something here that, you're going to get, I don't want to say your justice because it's the justice card, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. But the judgment here is really going to be that that situation is going to get judged. The karma is going to come to whomever it needs to come to based on who, who did what wrong, right? And since you as the collective have been deceived in some way, that judgment, and I think not giving it energy is really going to fall onto the deceiver, right? So I think that's going to be kind of how that situation resolves itself when you don't give it energy. Just let them get their own karma. There's something here about feeling limited with the Eight of Swords here, and then also with the Five of Cups. There's something here about feeling like um, almost abandoned and feeling like you can't reach out or you can't handle the situation. But that's not true. You can't. I mean, this young woman can just stand up and walk around those swords that she's being imprisoned by, right? She could probably stand up and jump over those if she really wanted to, like just hurdle them. And that's the thing about the Eight of Swords is that you can get around this. You just have to believe in yourself and take those steps. Okay. Now, the Five of Cups, that feeling of abandonment, that feeling of lost, you're not lost. You've gone through a really hard time. You need to slow down, fill your own cup. And that's what I see with the Ace of Cups coming out, right? The Ace of Cups is that abundance of emotional fulfillment. And I really believe that, us talking about those self limiting beliefs and, getting out of that headspace, move into that abundance. And the way that you're going to do that is by stopping giving the energy to this negative situation. There might be some choices that you have to make, or you might have different options, but regardless of which one you take, you're going to have your wish fulfillment. And I think that that's an important cornerstone to really focus in on, right? There are different paths to get there, but the main thing to remember is you need to stop giving the negative situation energy and focus in on making a choice for yourself. And it really looks like no matter which choice you make, as long as it's for yourself with the highest good, it's going to lead to that wish fulfillment. Let's see what your wish fulfillment is. Spirit, can you please show me what the wish fulfillment is? Okay, with the Four of Swords here, there's going to be healing, and that is part of your wish fulfillment. You want to be healed from the situation. You want to overcome burdens with the Nine of Wands here. You want to move forward with putting together those pieces that you need to put together so you can let go of those burdens. Temperance, there's a need for balance. And I love that the strength card came back out because that was an important piece that we saw already when we first did this reading. So, when your wish fulfillment in the situation is to heal, be able to put down those burdens, have a sense of balance in your life, as well as having the strength that you need to be able to tackle anything. So that's a beautiful reading, and I'm going to leave it there for today. If you want to book a personal, just go ahead and email me. Thank you. Bye.